Welcome back to Acronym Week on the Daily Dollar Podcast.
Acronym Week.
Week. I'm your host, Cait and I'm here with
Art Morrison III, ladies and gents.
And like we promised, we are talking about LTV, loan to value.
Loan to value, not the number two, but TL, loan to value. So it's essentially a ratio, right? Loan to value, it's a ratio, but we often refer to it in a percentage, right? So 75%, that ratio would be 25 to 75, meaning the bank will give me, 75 to 25, my bad. No, loan to value. Yeah, the loan is 75 versus my 25%. Ratios and percentages are so confusing. But LTV is really important. We touched on it last episode because we were talking about ARV. And, everyone's favorite strategy these days is the BRRRR strategy: buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. In order to do that, you need to know your ARV at the beginning so you know what numbers to stay under so that you can refinance and make your money back. That number is predicated on what LTV the bank will give you. What are some LTVs the bank will give you?
80%.
80%, which is 20% down. You'll see that sometimes.
We've gotten 90% before.
90% is what hard money lenders give us, right?
75%.
That means you only got to put 10% down, which is huge leverage.
75%.
75 is the most common. 25% down in cash. 75% is what the bank will give you. That's safe for the bank. It's safe for you. You get a good amount of equity. It's a win-win. Everyone loves that in regards to a conventional loan. What's another one?
There's 95%.
There's 95. I think we just did on the property.
5% conventional.
5% primary residence conventional. There's 10% where you can put 10% down on a vacation home or second home. That's a good one. Investment property ones are 25%. We said that. 3.5% is the famous FHA. 100% VA.
Oh, good one. I didn't even think about that one.
100%. If you have ever fought in a war for the United States of America or whatever, if you ever served,
yeah, you 100%, can get a VA loan for
100% financing VA loan.
Also, my best friend is a doctor now, and she just bought a house without having to put any money down. So I don't know what that loan's called, but it's like for medical professionals. They know that they're obviously going to be paid well, and
Can you text her and find that out?
What the loan's called?
Just find out. Yeah, just shoot her a text really quick. Maybe we'll get the answer before this episode ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all of these loans give a different LTV. Now, essentially, if you want an easy definition to remember it, LTV is the opposite of down payment. If your down payment is 10%, that means your loan to value is 90%. So it's not really the definition of LTV that this episode is going to be about. It's a really easy definition. It's literally the name of it: LTV, loan to value. It's a ratio, but it's how you can use it and leverage it in order to pull equity out of your house, refinance. What else? Leverage your way into multiple houses. Oh, I'm sorry, you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
So I'll give an example.
Okay.
We bought a house with 25% down. We used a fix and flip, a long-term 2-year fix and flip loan where the bank required us to put 25% down. So we took that 25% from investors. We moved in the house ourselves, and we fixed this house up over time, over the 2-year span. After 6 months, the bank allows you to refinance. We finished most of the work in 6 months. So now it's been a total of 1 year, and we are in the process of refinancing that same house. But now we're refinancing from a 75% LTV loan to a 95% LTV loan. AKA, we put 25% down, and now we're refinancing as if we only put 5% down. So we are going to be pocketing not only 20% of that 25% that we put down, but also the additional equity that we built in by making the repair. So we're looking at about $55,000 are going to be going into our pocket just because we understand the concept of loan to value. So we're replacing a 75% LTV loan with a 95% LTV loan, and we're making all of our money back plus the appreciation or equity that we built in. And by combining those funds, we're going to take a large portion of that, pay back the investors that put the 25% down. And then the rest we're going to pocket maybe for more repairs on the property or maybe a vacation or whatever, which is something that has nothing to do with us being investors. It's just us knowing the game. And any home buyer or homeowner, better yet, could leverage this strategy, especially in hot markets like this where property values are through the roof because there's not a lot of supply, but there's a lot of demand, and people are hitting the market and paying 20, 30,000 over asking. That affects the comps or CMA, which affects the ARV. These are all acronyms you should know if you listen to Acronym Week. All right, it affects those values. They go up. So when you refinance, your LTV might stay the same, but that percentage is going to be a larger number. And that's more money in your pocket, more equity, maybe a larger loan. But if you know anything about real estate, I mean, it's like $25 for every $10,000 more on a property. $25 a month.
Talk about a cheat code. I mean, I keep saying cheat code. We're going to make shirts with cheat code on it. We got the cheat code, maybe.
Real estate for sure is the cheat code. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm a basketball player
Yeah.
that started a basketball company and became an entrepreneur for years. And now I'm a hardcore entrepreneur. Like, I consider myself an entrepreneur before I consider myself like a real estate person or guru.
Yeah.
And I can't shake it. I'm so in love with real estate that now it's like, all right, I'll be a real estate guru if that means I get to know all the tricks and tips that make me a ton of money. We make a lot of money just off knowing strategies.
Yeah.
It's not strategies that are a secret that people don't know or
Yeah.
can't apply. Anyone can do it, but the more you know, right, the more money you can. It's like Mario, where like you know the tubes to go down where there's mad coins.
Yeah.
Like that's real estate, and that's why I love it so much. It's like, yeah, I would say real estate is Mario, and I'm a gamer, but like you might consider me a Mario expert.
Yeah, but you just
I'm
hit
an
the
overall gamer. Yeah.
You ran and you hit the question box and LTV popped out.
Sure.
I'm just trying to relate back to LTV on Acronym Week.
Nah, but yeah, I want to emphasize to everyone. I mean, because LTV, like when you start Acronym Week is big because if you're a real estate fan or you're even just a fan of us, these acronyms get scary. ARV, HOA, CMA, LTV, ROI. Like these are all like.
Oh, good.
ROI is another one. Yeah, these all get crazy and get scary. So it's very important to understand. Like, yo, I'm not like a real estate person.
Yeah.
Like we chose it as our profession because it makes the most money we ever made. I mean,
yeah, just apply
shirts.
apply those same strategies to real estate, and you will make a crap ton of money.
Yeah.
Just by doing some research and.
I would say collectively, you and I probably had 8 professions before real estate.
Yeah.
And even during real estate that we consider like our passions, but real estate just trumped it every time because it's just so much money, so much fun, and it really allows you to buy back all your free time.
Yeah. So we have an update here, live update on the podcast, first time ever. Breaking news. So I asked her, what's the name of your loan? She said, physician's loan. It might be called different things at different banks. I said, you are live on my podcast. Thank you. She said, haha, live action, giddy up. So physician's loan, 100%.
It was 100%.
Finance.
It wasn't like an additional loan on top of FHA?
No.
FHA?
No, she didn't
Wow, we
use
might have
FHA.
to bring her on the podcast for some exclusive look because, yo, it's not a lot of doctors, yo.
We are not bringing her on.
We are bringing her on the podcast. Tell her she's been officially invited and summoned to the podcast because there's not a lot of doctors. How many doctors can you have on the show to talk about, like usually if they're on a podcast, it's a doctor podcast and they're talking medical. Nah, we want to know how you got 100% financing. I mean, that's literally incentive to be a doctor because everyone worries about, oh, I don't want to be a doctor because of all the student loans after. Well, I think everyone's aware of the student loans and the banks kind of... help you out by giving you 100% financing on a property.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for her. So now she's got a house in Tennessee.
And an invite on our podcast.
Yeah. Big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah.
So anywho, how was that for LTV?
That was good for LTV.
All right, cool. Do you have anything to add?
No, I don't.
I have something to add.
What?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Also, make sure you visit UnitedHomeRelief.com where you can check out everything that we do as a company, United Home Relief, and also our online course, The Real Estate Roadmap, that teaches you pretty much everything we talk about in this podcast, but in an in-depth and a little bit more professional way. So, I'm Art Morrison III.
I'm Cait McCready.
Are you sure that's who you are?
Today, at least.
Today?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Art Morrison III here with Caitlin. Cait or Caitlin McCready? What did you just say?
Cait McCready.
Cait.
Caitlin's fine too. I go by both, but.
They should call you Dookie, like how I call you Dookie.
Okay, let's not do that.
Anyway, guys, listen. This is episode 28?
28, yeah.
Wow, 28 episodes.
28.
Man.
Remember you did that for 21? 21.
Say 28 again?
28.
Yo, episode 28, Daily Dollar.
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. I'm almost in the third here with Cait McCready, and thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you on episode 29.
See ya.
Peace.